I did fuck Sexyy Red.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
You just hate Trojan? Like, you hate latex?
I do. And they make your stink. And they stink. They smell like fish.
Lord have mercy.
I don't think that's the condom you smelling, baby. What are you talking about?
Video shoot just recently got shot up.
Saw that.
You know, she owned up to catching the STD and men still be trying to snatch.
I saw that in the corner of her lip over there.
Yeah, she owned up to having an STD.
So she got herpes.
The dude still be wanting to smash. But yeah, she say she got an STD and dude still be trying to smash.
What kind though?
Damn, she didn't say exactly what one.
She got it.
I guess it's something you can get. You
can walk
cure.
around with it.
You can cure it like with a pill.
Good, man. That's the devil's game, man. That's deliverables again.
Welcome back to Juicy Real, where the real talk always hits hard and unfiltered. Let's dive straight in because Sexyy Red just shook the internet all over again. After months of whispers, shady memes, and folks clowning online with wild guesses, she's finally putting the rumors to rest herself, and baby, it's serious. Yep, you heard that right. Sexyy Red has officially opened up about the health issue that's been haunting the blogs and DM chats for ages. Turns out she's been silently struggling with a medical condition for a while now, and no, this ain't no internet stunt. She's been trying everything under the sun to get better, but according to her, nothing's fully fixed it yet. People close to her say she's been hopping from one specialist to another, switching meds, trying different routines, and still, the issue just won't go away. It's like every time she thinks it's getting better, boom, it creeps back. And here's the real twist. Some folks are now saying this might have started before she blew up in the spotlight. Like, imagine fighting something that serious while grinding your way to fame. It's got everyone talking. Is this why she's been moving a little different lately? Is this what's been behind the scenes while she kept dropping bangers? Make sure you hit that subscribe button on Juicy Real right now, cause this story's just heating up and we've got more coming that'll leave your jaw on the floor. But let's not act like everything was all open and real from the jump, cause it wasn't. Let's rewind this mess real quick. At first, Sexyy Red was out here playing it cool, straight up denying everything, acting like folks were just making stuff up for clout. She brushed it off like it was nothing but gossip blowing in the wind. But the internet? Please, the internet never forgets. And best believe when the receipts hit, they hit hard. It all started spiraling out of control when her ex, yeah, We Too Brazy, who's also her baby's daddy, decided to pop off on live. And he wasn't quiet about it either. Oh no, he went off. On that live stream, he dropped a bomb that had everybody clutching their phones. He said what he said, clear and loud. No cryptic posts, no sneak disses. And the wildest part, you could hear Sexyy Red in the background saying something crazy like she was gonna end up getting everybody burned. That line alone sent the internet into straight panic mode. People were like, wait, what did she just say? Now maybe she was being reckless, maybe it was a joke gone wrong, but whatever the case, the clip exploded. It went viral in minutes and turned her world upside down. But hold up, it didn't end there. Right after the video started flying all over social media, Sexyy Red came running back with damage control. She claimed it was all fake. She said it was a prank, just a little stunt that got taken the wrong way. She tried to laugh it off, saying people were too sensitive. But no, or at that moment, it was chaos. Pure, unfiltered, messy chaos, like a reality show train wreck happening live on your screen. After all that chaos started blowing up online, Brazy clearly felt the heat, and he wasn't about to let his name stay in the mess. So what did he do? He made a move that got everybody talking. He went straight to the clinic and got himself tested. No hesitation, no back and forth, just straight to the point. And when those test results came in, oh, he didn't hold back. Brazy put the paper front and center on his story. Zoomed in, HD, timestamp and all. According to what he posted, everything came back negative. Yep, not a single red flag on the report he chose to show. He was basically screaming, look at this, I'm clean, like it was his personal mic drop. But he didn't stop there. Attached to that post was a slick little message that had everybody's jaw dropping. He wrote something along the lines of, now ask her to get hers. Who? He didn't even need to say her name. Everyone knew who that shade was for. That was a full-on digital call out, and he made it loud and clear. If I got checked and I'm good, then what's she hiding? Now here's where it really got wild. Sexyy Red did go to the doctor, but instead of handling it serious, she flipped the whole thing into a joke. She posted a pic from inside the clinic like it was just another day, captioning it with something like, "Me at the doctor waiting on her to tell me why my coochie stink." Yep, she said that. Now maybe she thought it was funny, maybe she wanted to brush it off, but the internet was not here for the comedy hour. Instead of laughing, people went in hard. Comments started flying left and right, calling her out for being careless, nasty, and trying to joke through something serious. Some even called her a walking contamination zone. Harsh words, but that's how wild the reactions got. It was messy, it was loud, and it only added more fire to a situation that was already spiraling out of control. That's when the drama exploded. Things took a nasty turn real quick after a close associate of a well-known adult content creator, yep, the one who goes by Gucci Third Leg, dropped a list that had the whole internet shaking. Here's what went down. Gucci reportedly tested positive for an advanced case of HSV-2, and right after that news hit, someone from his inner circle released a so-called exposure list, naming all the women he allegedly messed with or shot content with during the past year. And guess who landed in the top 10? You already know. Sexyy Red. Her name was right up there, listed alongside a bunch of OnlyFans models and influencers Gucci had been seen filming with over the same time period. The post, it blew up fast. People were reading through the names like it was a scandal bingo card. The headline, "Here's 50 women Gucci Third Leg allegedly filmed with, linked up with, or collaborated with while dealing with HSV-2. Wild, right? The moment Sexyy Red's name hit that list, people were side-eyeing hard. The whispers turned into full-blown debates. Folks started connecting dots, pulling up old videos, interviews, anything to figure out if it was real. Now remember, Sexyy Red has publicly admitted to having an STD in the past. She even told her fans she got treated, saying she took her meds and moved on. One time, a fan tweeted something bold like, "I don't care, I still want her," and she clapped back with, "It's gone now, I took my meds." But here's where it gets sticky. Some fans and even folks from inside her own circles are saying they're not so sure it's all cleared up like she claimed. There's heavy talk online that the condition might still be lingering, and people think she's staying quiet now just to keep her brand intact. And just when you think this whole saga couldn't get more intense, boom, the next twist hits. Then Charleston White jumped in, and you already know when he talks it's gonna ruffle some feathers. He came in swinging with some serious accusations, saying he believed Sexyy Red wasn't just a viral star. He claimed she was strategically pushed into fame to negatively influence young girls. In his words, she was made into a star to lead young black women off track, comparing it to how, in his opinion, certain male rappers get pushed to glorify gang life and violence. Now let's be real. Nobody knows how much of that is fact and how much is just Charleston being Charleston. But here's what is real. Sexyy Red's influence is no joke. Like it or not, she's got a grip on the culture right now, especially with younger fans. Scroll through TikTok, IG, or anywhere else, it's clear. A huge part of her fan base is made up of young black girls who look up to her, copy her style, rock her slang, and treat her tracks like national anthems. Whether she's trending for music, drama, or just being wild online, people watch her every move, and that's where things got even more controversial. Sexyy Red recently launched her own line of lip gloss, but not just any gloss. The names of the products, straight up jaw-dropping. This wasn't cute or quirky branding. It was shock value turned all the way up. One gloss was allegedly called gonorrhea. Another one had a label like yellow discharge. Like, what? People couldn't believe it. Screenshots were flying, reactions were brutal, and the internet lit up with folks saying she took it way too far this time. Instead of playful and fun, the whole drop had people asking, is this art, a joke, or just bad taste? Either way, it stirred up the mess again, adding more fuel to the already blazing fire around her name. And trust, there were even more names in that gloss line too wild to even say out loud. Social media went crazy with reactions. Some folks called it edgy and said it matched her shock jock image, but a lot of people weren't buying that, especially knowing her fan base is packed with young girls who might not fully get what's being pushed on them. When Sexyy Red first dropped that jaw-dropping line of glosses, believe it or not, some people actually cheered her on. They said she was flipping the beauty game on its head, calling her bold, fearless, even innovative, like she was out here shaking up the industry with some new kind of real talk glam. But let's not twist it. Most people were not here for it. Not even close. The backlash was loud. A huge chunk of folks saw it not as edgy, but reckless. Why? Because Sexyy Red has serious pull with young black girls. We're talking teens and young women who are still figuring out who they are, what confidence looks like, and how to move in this world. So when she puts out beauty products with names tied to actual health issues, that's not empowerment. That's confusion. That's sending a message that serious conditions are a joke or a vibe, something to glam up and toss on your lips, and a lot of people weren't laughing. And even though Sexyy Red has said publicly that she got treated and she's all good now, the internet just won't let the convo die. More and more guys have popped up online claiming they had weird, uncomfortable situations after linking with her, and whether they're being honest or chasing clout, it's just added more smoke to a fire that won't quit burning. One of the loudest voices in this whole mess came from a Chicago rapper named Vaughn off 1700, and he did not sugarcoat a thing. He went online talking wild, saying he felt off even after taking a shower. His exact words, "I just got out the shower and it still don't feel right." People were like, hold up, what? What exactly are you trying to say? He didn't name drop directly at first, but then he started dropping hints that it all traced back to his link up with Sexyy Red. Boom, instant uproar, the timeline went nuts. Then, out of nowhere, Aiden Ross got pulled into the drama. He admitted during one of his live streams that he had a private moment with Sexyy Red too. And right after that, whispers started flying online that he might have caught something from that lil hookup. Again, let's be clear, no official medical confirmation has come out, but people have definitely been talking loud. There was even a moment on stream where Aiden seemed like he wanted to spill more tea. He said, "I want to announce something, but I don't know if I should say it." And then someone hit him with, "You don't like black girls though," and he responded, "I do." Now, the whole thing was messy. At first, Sexyy Red didn't blink. She clapped back fast with a savage post like she was completely unbothered. She wrote, "You paid me to take your first time, and I did just that." Ooh. She hit him with a power move like it was just another day in her world. But just when it looked like she was owning the whole thing, the tone shifted. Once those rumors started snowballing that Aiden might have allegedly picked up something after the encounter, Sexyy Red flipped her whole story. She went online and posted, "Psych, you couldn't touch me with a stick," acting like she never even met the dude. That sudden switch up had everybody confused. People were like, wait, didn't you just own it a second ago? Now you're denying it?" The internet stayed on fire, and fans couldn't figure out which version of the story to even believe anymore. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, boom, another wave of drama hit the timeline like a storm. Right after Sexyy Red's flip-flop over Aiden Ross, more people started crawling out the woodwork. Screenshots, old messages, and blurry videos began circulating. Suddenly, it wasn't just random fans talking, it was folks claiming they had receipts, claiming they had proof of past hookups, DMs, or uncomfortable aftermath moments. Nobody knew what was real and what was straight up made up for clout, but one thing was clear. The rumors were growing louder by the minute. Meanwhile, Sexyy Red tried to regain control of the narrative. She hopped back online, posting stories and tweets like she was laughing it all off, acting like none of it was fazing her. She wrote something like, "I'm still booked, still rich, still fine. Y'all mad for what?" And while her core fans kept cheering her on, calling her unbothered and iconic, a growing crowd was starting to raise eyebrows. Some fans began questioning if the trolling had gone too far. People were pointing out that every time things got serious, whether it was a health scare, an accusation, or a viral call-out, she would clap back with a joke, a meme, or a flashy distraction. It was like her defense was to turn everything into content, but not everyone was laughing anymore. On top of all that, blogs started speculating that some brands and partnerships might be quietly backing away. Allegedly, a couple of companies that were in talks with her before the lip gloss controversy had hit pause, not wanting to get caught in the middle of all this madness. Nothing confirmed, but the whispers started swirling hard. And yet Sexyy Red keeps moving like nothing's stopping her. She's dropping music, doing shows, and popping out in the headlines day after day. But with the internet watching her every move and people still talking behind the scenes, the question is, how much longer can the chaos ride before it finally crashes? Or is this all part of the plan? And just when the smoke should have started to clear, Sexyy Red doubled down again. She popped up on a podcast interview, cool as ever, sipping her drink and acting like the past few weeks hadn't been absolute madness. But then, she dropped a bomb mid-convo. When the host asked her directly about all the drama, the gloss names, the health rumors, the Aiden Ross situation, she smirked and said, "Ain't nobody phasing me. I'm the one they wish they could cancel, but I'm uncancelable." Whew. That one line had the internet split down the middle. Her fans were screaming queen behavior in the comments, saying she's just being real in a fake industry. But others, they weren't buying it. Some folks said she was dodging accountability and playing it cool only because she knows controversy keeps her trending. Then another curveball hit. A leaked voice memo started circulating. In the audio, someone sounding a whole lot like Sexyy Red was allegedly venting to a friend saying, "I ain't even want to drop that gloss line. They made me do it because it would go viral." Now, was it really her voice? Still unconfirmed, but that didn't stop the blogs from running wild with it. People started asking, is someone else behind the scenes pulling the strings? Is Sexyy Red just the face of the chaos, not the one controlling it? While all this was unraveling, fans noticed something else. Her posts started getting real selective. No more raw rants or funny captions, just glam shots, promo plugs, and tour dates. It felt like someone behind the curtain hit the clean it up button, and that only made folks more suspicious. And is she being advised to chill and rebrand, or is she gearing up for another wild drop to snatch attention all over again? Whatever the case may be, one thing's for sure. When it comes to Sexyy Red, silence never lasts long, and the next move is probably already loading. So what's the truth, sis? Were you cool with everything from the jump, or are you in full-blown denial mode now that the streets are getting too loud? Aiden Ross never came out and confirmed catching anything, but let's be real, the internet didn't need confirmation. The rumors took off like a rocket, and the timeline was running with it like it was gospel. And let's not forget, Aiden ain't the only one. A whole lineup of folks have stepped forward, each one adding a new layer to the chaos, claiming Sexyy Red's been out here allegedly passing around health issues like party favors. And baby, the stories keep stacking fast. One user on Twitter said, "If someone knows they got something serious and still goes around being active, that should be a crime. You're risking lives out here." Another one chimed in with, "I promise you, she's still got it. You can just tell from the way she talks, her vibe, all of it." But wait, it didn't stop there. Somebody dragged her lip gloss line right back into the mess. They said, she didn't create those gloss names for shock. She's naming what she's personally going through. That's not branding, that's a confession. Whew. So whether Sexyy Red is really still dealing with something serious, or this whole thing is just one massive social media spiral that got way out of hand, one thing's crystal clear. The public perception is spinning and it's getting messy quick. More voices keep jumping in, more allegations drop by the day, and this drama is not dying down quietly. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Sexyy Red facing a real health situation and trying to keep it low, or is this all just a calculated stunt to keep the buzz alive? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe to Juicy Reel, and turn those notifications all the way on. Because the next video, oh yeah, is just as wild, just as messy, and even more shocking.